Road and the project specialist with you again. I'm talking kind of loud because I got that wood splitter going. It's never failed me before, but last night for some reason, you know, we had 10 below yesterday morning here with the wind chill. So end of November, a little early for that. Here's the wood shed that I built back, I think, 2 summers ago. And so we're going to work on filling that. I've got the quick attach bucket here with a couple big logs in it. I was going to split the chunks from yesterday, and so we'll get the John Deere out and hook those up. I always put them right up to the platform level so everything I slide. I don't have to lift anything. It's easier on my back that way. I get it split once. You got the cradle on this wood splitter that I really like. So when I split it once. That side catches that half. This cradle here catches this half. I slide it over onto the tray again. I split the far one down into chunks to go up and in the woodshed. This makes a huge difference, people, on getting wood dry. Now, I cut these chunks up that are sitting here 2 summers ago. I haven't been able to get it to it. We had it stacked neatly, and then we moved the stack to pile some other lumber, and I left this sit on the ground. Don't do that in just 2 summers. Just 2 summers. These wood chunks of wood started to get slightly funky. Yeah, we took the antenna off the roof of the cabin when we put the new roof on, and the people that put the new roof on were supposed to come and they were supposed to take that with. It's still here. I want to get that shit cleaned up, stuff cleaned up, sorry. And then this is left over out of those 2 trees I cut by the kitchen of the cabin. Cut down a huge maple tree last year. And then the logs, I saved the bigger logs. We stacked those this spring. I had a guy come in with a sawmill and a portable sawmill, and he cut this up for me. And so this is going to be a winter project here too, but under this tarp I've got all kinds of white maple, and on the bottom I got some really nice bigger chunks there with live edges to them that a person could use for, you know, a bar top or whatever. So this here I'm going to make into lap siding. I'll do it myself. I'll show you how I do that when it comes to that. But today's project, this afternoon's project, about 2 hours of firewood we're going to make. And I'm going to start cutting off of this pile. I stack it in the bucket, take it over there, split it. I throw it in the wood bin or the woodshed, and then I'll go in after I get 3 buckets. I'll stack it. 3 buckets of firewood takes care of basically a week for me of burning. And we burn steady. So we try to burn 24/7. On my 300X, I'm going to need that right away in the spring because we've got the rental properties down in 50 miles south of here. And I've got to get at those lawns and mulch them and get them set for the spring before the snow is even melted up here. So I don't want these buried underneath the snow somewhere. So that's why I hung this on the side for the winter. Okay? Inside my barn back here is, and I got so much stuff I got to get cleaned up around here. It'll all kind of clean itself up as we get the projects finished. I'll be using it up. But anyways, and in the barn here, I keep some of the wood stacked up. I've got my 1025R, the 1026R is down by the Was area, and parked right behind that, all set and ready to go, is my X300. That's what that mowing deck is off of, and I have a 44-inch blower for that. And I got the cab used. I had to run over to the western part of Wisconsin. My wife and I took a trip, and I got that for $300 used. And like I said, I'm getting too old to be out and have snow blowing in my face. So that's rather cool. I don't know if I showed you this before, but one of our other projects this spring, this is the wood I'm pulling off of. So we're just coming up on December 1. You see the dent I took out of this pile. This was cut last year. And then out of those trees that we cut last May, and what I didn't use for one buys back there, that one buys is gonna be the shiplap siding for in the Four Season room. What was left over, the slabs, I cut that up into firewood. So there's this pile, there's this pile, and this is what I'm burning during the day. And you can see this pile took a hit already, and not much left of that. That one will be cleaned up here. Probably that'll be in the wood rack the end of this week, first part of next week. Yeah, and there's that's that 1/2-inch roof decking that they put on without the correct spacers. And so rip that off. I'm going to go through, I'll pound the nails back on that. I don't know if I'll use it or burn it, but for now I just hit it basically. So we go through, like I said, I go through 13 face cord, give or take, a year, depending upon what Mother Nature throws at us. And so making firewood is pretty much always a project. My box blade, I'm glad I got that. That's a nice balance on the back. And I do use that for doing grading, and that for people on driveways and for our driveway here and some work around here. This is my 54-inch deck for on the 1025R. I have very, very few hours on this. This is a mulching deck. And I landed up, I tried to back off of this thing this spring once, and I caught that front arm a little bit. And so I bent 2 pieces on there that I got to get straightened out or replaced. And quite honestly, I hate this. It's not that I hate it. It's a good deck. However, okay, it's when I run the 1025R, for my yard is not that big. You know, you take a look at my yard, and so that tractor is, with that deck on, it's kind of a pain, and I use my loader almost daily. Okay, so it's not like I want to take the loader on and off that much, and so that 1025R has just become my work tractor, pulling my forks. I got the quick attach forks for it too. It's nice for just switching buckets and forks on and off. If you buy a compact tractor, you get, and you've got land, maybe not in a city as much, but you've got land, I would recommend the forks over the deck. You know, unless you're mowing an acre or 2 at a time and it's pretty much wide open. Then that 54-inch deck that's on that 1025R is fine. But I really, this is the first time I've had a separate set of forks with this tractor, the 1026R down in Wausau. That one I've got, that one I just have some angle iron basically that I drilled the holes in, and I bolt those on when I need forks for that tractor. so the bucket never comes off of that. So yeah, that's this afternoon's project. I'm gonna land up. I want to get in, and I'm gonna spend about 2 hours on this because I'm getting too old to spend all day making firewood. If I do 2 hours at a time, that's pretty good for me. And then I'm gonna get in. I hope maybe this becomes tomorrow's project, but I want to get in and get this cleaned and organized so I can start working on the ceiling in this 4-season room and get the electrical done, the insulating done on the ceiling, and get that set. So the goal is still Super Bowl, to be able to go in there and watch the Super Bowl. So we'll see. That's our timeline. Thanks for watching. Please, 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 please. You know, I'm new at this. I'm not the greatest at this, but I think I get a little bit better every time. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I've got a ton of videos that I want to get added in, and it's only going to continue to grow. So please subscribe and like my videos. Appreciate it. Proden the Project Specialist, signing out for today. Thank you.